Now, this is my simple app, and I made it very simple to simplify, give you the idea of local storage. So it's just expenses app. When you pay for something, you just increase it here, total expenses, okay? When you press here, you can increase the number. But if you press R and reload the app, it returns to 0. We want to save this number inside our local storage. So when you add something, for example 60, and press R, you see here 60, not 0, okay? So now let's go and install async storage. The way you use async storage in Expo CLI is the same as React Native CLI, but there's a little bit different. When you want to use async storage with Expo, just install it like this. Reach this page, just type like this, Expo async storage, like this, and select the first option. You're gonna find this page. Just copy this command and go to your code editor and open a new terminal and paste it and install React Native Async Storage. Okay, this is if you are using Expo. If you are using React Native CLI, just install it from this npm page. Now, if you press here, async storage documentation, you're gonna see this documentations, and this documentations you can use it with React Native CLI and Expo CLI. So let's close the other. First, you need to import async storage. So let's import it at the top here. Now let's go to documentations. Here, if you want to store data in local storage, you're gonna use async storage.setItem to store the data in your local storage. So this is if you want to store a string value, any string value that you want. And here, if you want to store an object value, you have to stringify it to save it as a string in async storage. Okay, now let's go and try to store our number. So let's copy this function and go to our code. And let's make it here, const store data. Let's name it with store total expenses and local storage. I just added a big name to understand the idea. This key is a unique key, and if you want to give the item that you want to store, you have to give it a key here. So this is to set the item. When you want to get the item, you're gonna just pass this key. So when you set the item and save data in local storage, you're gonna add set item and give it key and value. But if you want to get the item, you're gonna just give the key and he's gonna return the value. You're gonna learn as you're gonna see now. So now, see this function, increase total expenses. We're gonna also store this total expenses inside our function here. I mean inside our local storage. So let's create a function here, const increase total expenses. And this function is gonna be, let's fix those spelling errors, and just let's cut this function here and paste it here. We're gonna just increase the total by 10, and we're gonna just store the value here also. Don't forget, this key is a very important key, and it's better to give it a good name. So let's make the name of it total expenses. You can select or type any key that you want. Okay, and here we're gonna pass the value total expenses with +8, like this, because we don't have any duplicated code. Let's add it here. So const new expenses after update, for example, let's make it total expenses +10, and let's pass it here and here to not duplicate code. Okay, and finally, let's add this function here like this. Now let's press save and try to increase the expenses. Oops, we got an error. And I know why. Because async storage in React Native only stores strings, only strings. And we want to pass here a number. So to fix this, just convert this number to string. So let's just easily to string like this. Now let's try again. So let's open our app and try to increase. Look, now our app doesn't crash and work perfectly because we converted the number to string. Now guess what? This 240 are stored in local storage, and in next lesson you're gonna show by yourself how I can get this data from my local storage, this number here.